Sports this morning on Channels Television. Be part of the program. Twitter, Channels_sports. We're talking about what's going on in our world of sports. The English Premier League. Yes, Arsenal fans, jump in here. Chelsea fans, come, let's talk sports. Manchester City, what's going on? Why is no one praising Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with what he's doing at Manchester United? Let's welcome Shola Rogers. Shola, good to have you on the show.
It's a pleasure to be here.
That's also, I need to put that out there, Yemi Shola. Why is no one saying, well done, Ole? I think he's doing a great job at United.
What's Ole doing? Ole is still a learner at best. So, seriously, what's he doing? Like, look, fine. He met a solid team, bought 1 or 2 players, and yeah, okay. So now they are winning games. Congratulations. What should we do? Give him an award? He hasn't won anything.
But honestly, why do we people feared?
You see, that's the problem. We keep lowering our standards. What has he won? Look, let him win silverware. Let him win silverware, then we can talk and we can start. Where do you want to put him? What's the difference between Ole and Arteta? What's the difference between Ole and any other coach in the Premiership?
The difference between Ole and Arteta is not just beginning to win. He didn't lose.
It's not about
games
winning.
when he needed
You see,
win
winning games with the aim of winning silverware is what it's all about. That's the bottom line.
But what for this
so
season?
You want to celebrate someone because he has won 3 or 4 games.
Shola, this season, Liverpool made everybody say, pause your ambition 4 months ago. Said, look, league is done and dusted.
But do you think he's going in the right direction?
But since Jurgen Klopp came, Liverpool have always won silverware. From the first day he won the first trophy, he never ended a season empty. So why do we want to celebrate mediocrity because someone won a couple of games? And that's the problem with the world. Everybody's lowering their standards. I have high standards, and I'm not going to celebrate any coach, be you Arteta or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, until you mix it with the big boys. How do you mix it?
Let me help you. I was about asking you if Arteta is not doing well.
No, I didn't.
After back-to-back victories, you're not going to say,
That's the problem. It's the same thing that applies, and that's why I used Arteta as a yardstick. It's the same thing that applies. You get. We're so used to losing. People are so used to seeing their clubs lose. So the instant they win 3-4 games, oh man, it's hoorah. No, it's not. You started this league on the same day with Liverpool, and they've won the league with 7 games to go. So what exactly are you on about? Is it the Arteta that might not play in Europe next season, if everything continues the way it is, that you want to celebrate for winning 3 games? Come on, people. Raise your standards. This is not the Arsenal that I know. This is not the Man United that I know, so don't celebrate mediocrity.
All right, I must tell you, I'm not going to leave Shola Rogers' side today. There's a lot to say. But let's just talk about the race for UEFA Champions League and Europa League. It's hotting up.
That's what it's all about now. You know, the league is done and dusted. It's boring now because nothing that happens to Liverpool is interesting anymore. They've already won the trophy. They've partied for like a week. So let's move on to where the real league is now. The league starts from where Leicester is, not even Man City, because there's still issues. We don't know what's going to happen, if they're still going to be in the mix or not, you know. So it's about Leicester, Chelsea, Man United, and the chasing pack. You get, it's really going to be tough. It's getting hot. And knowing also that there are slots for UEFA with the other cup competitions, it might have been good if it was Liverpool that was in a cup competition. It would have made it easier for another team to come through. Yeah. But Liverpool are out of it, kind of. So what it means is that all the places up for grabs must be taken, especially in the league, with 1 or 2 in the cup competitions. It's going to be very, very hot. It's tough. It's going to be as tough as the relegation battle. That's what it is.
Yeah, and I love it so much because Arsenal needed to prove a point against Wolves, you know, and they did. And that, you know, put it, you know,
emphatically.
Open. I think that was a decent performance because Wolves, they are also a good team. Still my team of the season. Don't take anything away from them.
Really.
You know, but Arsenal showed that, look, this is the sort of character we must show to keep it going.
That's the Arsenal you want to see. You know, the Arsenal that reminds you of the days of Arsene Wenger. The Arsenal that will hold the ball purposefully, not just have possession and don't score goals and everything, you know. And that team is gelling, you know. You're also saying Saka and the rest of them. Really, it's difficult to believe that this is Saka's breakout season. Like, you want to see him like a player that's been around for longer than he is, you know. Then you look at the other guys. Oba is still Oba. Anytime, any day. Give him service and he will score, you know. So I like what I'm saying.
Lacazette came in, got him just 1 chance, you know, and he scored, you know.
And of course, Martinelli, everybody's really showing why they're there. Arsenal needs to spend big next season. They need to spend big because If
They
they're not
spend big
careful,
for Pepe. What has Pepe done?
this Pepe doesn't have pepper, you know.
Oh, okay.
But eventually it might come good if you had a little bit of spice, you know. So they need to bring in one or two
All right.
players who can help him achieve. Because go and look at what he was doing in France. You understand that it wasn't a one-man squad. He had a little bit of support.
People around, support cast. All right, let's quickly travel to Spain,
Yeah.
and that's where it's hotting up. It looks like Real Madrid has one hand planted on that trophy. Let's take a look at the result. Sergio Ramos' 22nd penalty that he has scored.
It's painful.
It is how
This is why it's painful, right? So I predicted that Barcelona was going to do well before they started dropping points. You know, I'd already picked champions in every top 5 country. And right now, Barcelona are making me look like, you know, what were you thinking? Because Real Madrid are playing very good football.
What can you say about this performance? This performance. We'll get to the result, but this performance in a few seconds. I thought the top 3 guys, for once, played together very well.
Yes, they did.
And they go by Suarez. I don't know what to say.
Some people said GSM. I'm like, what's GSM
What's
again?
GSM again?
There's like Griezmann, Suarez, and Messi. I think people have started again, right? You know, but if something goes wrong, it becomes M alone, you know. Messi masterclass again. Griezmann finally showing the reason why
They spend so much
he's
money.
always been that big and they spend so much on him. But Suarez is a class act. They just give it to him. He has been consistent, you know. And this is how Barca should play. I think Kike is kind of confused. He's trying to do too much mixing.
Satisfy a lot of
you know,
people.
you can't do that, you know. But these 3 guys, oh my God, they showed us why, you know, they are actually at the peak there, and they're still going to give Madrid a run for their money.
There's a question directed to Shola on Twitter, but let me say shout out to Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos is the only defender in the last decade to score 10 goals in a single La Liga season.
Yeah.
He's living by example. He's fantastic. There was also
Hardly
another interesting fact about him.
Yeah, hardly would you find any defender in any league or any club in Europe that has scored as much goals as Sergio Ramos. Ramos is that kind of player that gives you the extra man when you're moving forward, you know, and he's also very good defensively. Because most people who bomb forward like that find it hard to cover up defensively, but this guy does both.
Doing it at 35.
He does it, yeah.
So, guys, we need to go and think about this one. ESPN, they said Sergio Ramos has scored more goals, more La Liga goals than Figo, Xavi, and Zidane.
Altogether.
I'll say it again. ESPN, they said Sergio Ramos has scored more La Liga goals than Luis Figo, Xavi, and Zinedine Zidane. And he's a defender.
They don't make them like that anymore. That's the sad part. You don't see players in the mode of Xavi anymore. He is one of the best I've seen in the game, and I'm so excited that we're in this era.
Okay, so
unfortunately, to take the papers today, we have a couple of tweets.
We'll just say this tweet. Maybe Shola will just have a minute to respond to it. Marox Ranger says, it is very funny when Ole came in and stabilized Manchester United. This is the best run since the era of Sir Alex Ferguson. 16 games unbeaten. It deserves more credit, Shola, and I bet Shola would have praised him if Ole was a Nigerian.
You see, this is the problem. I'm glad you brought in Sir Alex Ferguson. Would you celebrate 16 games unbeaten under Sir Alex Ferguson?
There's a Sir before Ferguson.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's a Sir.
And I'm glad you brought
Alex Ferguson.
I'm glad you brought Ferguson in. That's the standard I'm talking about.
Okay.
Fergie and Wenger.
Trust me, this conversation is not going to end.
Outside.
We'll take it outside. But first, Shola, I just want to thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me, guys.
It's been fun. There were a lot of things you said that didn't go on air, but very interesting. I appreciate you all the time. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of your day today. We're back here again tomorrow. I'm Guillermo Adebayo.
Yeah, Mr. We'll take the conversation outside. You keep the conversation going on Twitter, channels_sports. For the team, I'm Austin Okonakpan. In everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.